Albuquerque School of Excellence community in the city of Albuquerque, New Mexico. Welcome to the third episode of the Phoenix Times Broadcasting. This is Camry Volk,
Marwa Zamir,
Jackson Tesey,
and Sydney Croney, and we are here to give you the hottest and most relevant news in ASE in the city of Albuquerque. Of the 14 students from ASE bagged various awards at the recently concluded 2021 Central NM STEM Research Challenge, with its awards ceremonies held virtually last March of 2021. 4 state qualifiers out of the 12 winners were sent to the state competition and brought home well-sought recognitions announced during the award ceremonies held last April of 2021. The 2021 Central NM STEM Research Challenge state qualifier winners are Haley Ventura Lopez, second place in the Senior Division Chemistry, with the entry Finding the Perfect Bar of Cold Pressed Soap. Brandon Liu, second place in Junior Division Chemistry, with the entry Colorful Egg. Jackson Tesey, honorable mention in Junior Chemistry, with the entry Separating Data. And Elsie Achua, honorable mention in Junior Chemistry, with the entry Can Baking Soda Replace Baking Powder in a Baking Recipe?
Jackson Tesey was nominated for the 2021 Broadcom Masters, Math Applied Science, Technology, and Engineering for Rising Stars, a program of the Society for Science which sent an invitation for the 10% of middle school projects nationwide to apply for the national competition. The 2021 Central NM STEM Research Challenge top of the category elementary division winners are for Chemistry, first place, Blake Volk; Engineering, first place, Adam Bristino Gebauer; Engineering, second place, Miko Huyn; Life Science, first place, Salma Androglu; Life Science, second place, Nevaeh Moore; Life Science, honorable mention, Lorai Hopkins; and Physics, third place, Cameron Martindale. The junior division winners are for Chemistry, second place, Jackson Tesey; Chemistry, third place, Brandon Liu; Chemistry, honorable mention, Alyssa Ochoa.
The senior division winner for Chemistry, first place, went to Haley Ventura Lopez. The scavenger hunt winners are Nevaeh M., Haley Ventura Lopez, Blake V., and Adam G. Special awards were also given to the following recipients: Regional Research Challenge Junior Encouragement Awards, Ruby A. American Association of University Women Young Scientist Award, Selma A. Kiwanis Club of Colorado Award and NM Society of Hazardous Materials Management Award, Lorelei H. American Chemical Society Award, New Mexico Section, Dr. John K. Precious, Coolness Award. Regional Research Challenge Junior Encouragement Awards, the University of New Mexico Health Sciences Center Award, Brandon Liu. American Association of University of Women Young Scientist Award and the Greenleaf Award, Nevaeh M. American Chemical Society Award, New Mexico Section and the Regional Research Challenge Junior Encouragement Awards, LCO. American Chemical Society Award, New Mexico Section and the Regional Research Challenge Junior Encouragement Awards, Fisher R. IEEE Photonic Society Award and the Yale Science and Engineering Association, Inc. Award, Sherwin T. American Chemical Society Award, New Mexico Section, Broadcom Masters with a certificate of recognition and an invitation to submit the project to Broadcom Masters National Competition. Regional Research Challenge Junior Encouragement Awards, University of New Mexico Health and Science Center, Jackson T. American Chemical Society Award, New Mexico Section and the University of New Mexico Health Sciences Center, Haley Ventura Lopez. And the American Society Award, New Mexico Section, Blake V.
The Myra for Micro Teachers Awards and the Regional Research Challenge Junior Encouragement Award, Teachers Award was given to Ms. Suzanne Zamora. Ms. Suzanne Zamora spearheaded the ASE-wide science fair and served as coach of the state qualifiers for the statewide competitions.
The Albuquerque Journal has featured Elena Schwartz along with other district spelling bee competition winners during its March 19, 2021 issue. Elena Schwartz represented New Mexico Charter School District in the New Mexico State competition, where she mastered 24 out of 25 challenge words. She's the youngest this year, being in 3rd grade to win the New Mexico Charter School District spelling bee competition after representing Albuquerque School of Excellence, ASC, in the said competition. It is Elena's first time to be participating in the spelling bee, where she studied 4,500 words in just 2 to 3 months. She is fully trilingual in English, German, and Chinese, and is a fast learner of Spanish and Turkish, which are both taught at ASE. Elena trained herself every single day by studying a set of words with various difficulty level. She became more proficient on vocabulary and the ability to spell out a word by distinguishing the sound. Elena is also able to broaden her vocabulary because of her love for science and has been very much intrigued with chemistry. Elena also won the 2020 National Piano Playing Auditions and received Top Talented rank with distinction in the UK Trinity College London Piano Certificates Track. Miss Loretta Lambert and Elena's parents helped her in preparation for the spelling bee competition.
Almost everyone makes a good first impression, but only few will make a good lasting impression. A quote by Sonia Parker. The humility, dignity, integrity, and greatness sparked as he started to talk, these are a few of the words that can best describe him. Dr. Osman Andaroglu is the president of the Albuquerque School of Excellence Governing Council. He has been serving at the school as president of the Governing Council for 10 years. He has a Bachelor of Science degree in Mechanical Engineering from Bogazici University, a Master of Science degree in Mechanical Engineering, and a Doctor of Philosophy degree in Materials Science and Engineering from Texas A&M University. Dr. Andaroglu is a president in Nuclear Engineering at the University of New Mexico, UNM, for 6 years now. He worked at LANL for 6 years prior to joining UNM. His research focuses on the development and testing of materials for extreme environments, including concentrated solar power, advanced reactors, and space. As Governing Council President, his overall vision for ASE is to be one of the top 100 charter schools in the United States. Much of his time has been spent working for the school. It has been a privilege and honor to serve on the Governing Council since ASE started in 2010. Dr. Andaroglu said. It has been an incredible journey, and proud of the staff, students, and parents at ASE, he added. With the present COVID-19 pandemic, Dr. Andaroglu expressed, 2020 has been a difficult year. You all have been doing incredible sacrifices. I believe it'll be a year to remember for a long time, share stories about, and shed tears of joy or sorrow, he added. We don't have control over it, but we are committed to continuing to work with our families and students to provide the best educational experience possible. Dr. Andaroglu has 3 daughters, 2 of whom are attending ASE, one in 2nd grade and another in 5th grade. His eldest daughter is in 8th grade and attends a boarding school. His family enjoys biking. Albuquerque is one of the best places to bike, and biking is one of the best ways to avoid the traffic. I typically bike to get to work, with about 20 miles distance round trip, he said. Dr. Andaroglu has aims that ASE produce students who will pursue college and be successful in the future. Likewise, he also strives for ASE to produce graduates with great and admirable character. Only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. A quote from Albert Einstein is Dr. Andaroglu's favorite. Dr. Andaroglu's hard work and dedication to his profession and his roles as Governing Council President is a great reflection of Einstein's quote. As Mary Woolley once said, character is the main objective of education, and that is how to sum up Dr. Andaroglu's vision and goal for ASE, for character determines one's destiny.
Indigenous peoples' issues remain ignored, voices remain unheard. For centuries, they have been left behind. Indigenous voices have been ignored throughout history, and the pattern continues to have detrimental effects. Many Native people deal with historical trauma, which results in an increased risk of mental illness and substance abuse. Along with being at an increased risk of mental illness, Native Americans especially are also at an increased risk of health issues such as obesity, diabetes, heart disease, liver disease, and so much more. They have dealt with so many injustices throughout history. These injustices include, but are not limited to, mass genocide, exploitation, discrimination, and social inequality. Of course, there are also the continuing problem of the abuse and injustice towards Indigenous women. There were only a few platforms available for Indigenous people to speak up, express their voices, and seek for change in the past. But now, with social media being as popular as it is, many Natives feel empowered to share their stories and struggles. While this is not a fix, it is a step toward change, and a change is what is needed.
Because of all that's happened to the Indigenous people throughout history, Natives have been subjected to a phenomenon known as historical trauma. Historical trauma is defined as a multi-generational trauma experienced by a specific cultural, racial, or ethnic group. Historical trauma can have severe effects on people and can lead to things such as substance abuse, depression, survivor's guilt, suicide, and more. Because there are so few resources for Indigenous people to learn about and seek for help, they continue to suffer silently. There is an unfair disadvantage when it comes to healthcare, education, technology, and infrastructure provided by the Indigenous communities. And inequality on federal support, poverty, and poor access to healthcare and other human services are a huge reason that the disadvantages exist. Just imagine that in 21st century America, there are households without no internet access, but worse, there's no running water. In such a powerful and rich country, how can we have such a problem like that exist?
Another issue that plagues Indigenous people is the amount of violence inflicted upon them, especially the women. Because of this never-ending problem and the fear that these women feel, the Indigenous people started the Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women and Girls, MMIWG movement, to bring light to the disappearances and murders of Indigenous women that otherwise would continue to be ignored. According to the National Congress of American Indians, NCAI, Native American also face murder rates more than 10 times the national average in some countries. Due to a lack of sufficient communication between tribal police and the FBI, many of the crimes slip through the cracks. Overall, Indigenous people face many problems, but the main reason that these issues affect Natives at a greater rate is because Indigenous voices have been ignored throughout history, and the pattern continues today.
Come join ASC's PTO and make a difference. ASC needs a new set of officers for the parent-teacher organization for school year 2020 through 2021. The following positions are open for the next school year: President, Vice President for Elementary, Vice President for the Middle and High School, Secretary, Treasurer, and Volunteer Coordinator. The entire ASC community wishes to thank and celebrate all the faculty and non-teaching staff of ASC. To all the non-teaching staff, thank you for your hard work and dedication. You are the reason why ASC keeps moving, safe, and operational.
To all faculty of the elementary, middle school, and high school departments, thank you for your dedication, passion, generosity in sharing your knowledge and skills in molding the youth for today, and for serving as role models to all students in becoming the best versions of themselves.
To ASC's assistant principals, Ms. Vicky Kuczynski, Mr. Hakan Chisek, and Mr. Hakan Yanar. Your hard work, admirable character, and motivation and inspiration in keeping ASC successful and competitive is very much appreciated.
And to ASC's principal, Mr. Mufasa Ayek, your outstanding leadership, dedication, passion, and outstanding support to students and staff. Great visions for ASC are just a few that ASC can be grateful of. All of you are the pillars of ASC, and for that, thank you.
And this concludes our broadcast. For more of the hottest and most relevant news, be sure to check out the Phoenix Times newsletter on the ASC website. On behalf of the Phoenix Times, this is Camry Volk saying thank you, keep safe, and healthy.